Hello, welcome back to Road to Tunis. And here we are casting the best of 3 grudge match between momo4sho playing as the US forces and his opponent Reakly as Wehrmacht. Now, saw a really interesting thing for the Wehrmacht Kettenkrad in the last game, played by Dumai, which was really enjoyable to watch. I questioned, why is this guy reversing his Kettenkrad everywhere at the start of the game? And Daniel in Twitch chat pointed out it's because it doesn't make any noise. The profile doesn't exist, so it can't be scouted through the fog of war. It's not going to give off those telltale audio signals, which you can see momo4sho is looking for here currently. And straight away, he's targeted that Kettenkrad. It's such a great move. But Reakly was on top of it, fortunately. And Momo there, you can see he's already gone in for the armoured battle group. Veteran C1 coming out for all vehicles. He does go for the Greyhound later, which is what most of the US players we've cast today have been doing. It's going to come out with a bit of extra speed and turret rotation, which just makes it deadly in its arrival. Interested to know who everyone's rooting for here, because I'm reliably informed by the organisers that this series carries some beef with it. Though, to be honest, right now I'm not 100% sure what it was, but I will look it up afterwards. And we'll cast on the basis that I know what the drama is. I won't tell anyone.
Rifleman squad deployed.
Uncle Sam sends his regards.
So, early game, pretty sensible from Reakly so far. He knows that US does have quite a potent early game, especially with the Jeep there to scout. So, MG42, it's kind of supported here by the Pioneers. They'll be able to give vision to that MG42 and protect it from any flanking from the Rifleman. You can just see here the way he's using his Rifleman on the next territory along. He's pretty privy to any flanking or any infantry that are trying to get on top of him. And once he knows the position of the Jeep as well, able to just go and safely cap resources on the bottom. But I think it's one of those things for Wehrmacht. Once you've committed to the north, you really have to stick there at the start of the game. You cannot spread yourself too thin as this faction until you've got a sizable army on the field. Momo got to be super careful when the MG42 is there. Might consider just backing that out and getting some healing. You can see Reakly's gone for a flame projector upgrade on his Pioneers. Going to help him deal with buildings. Quite sensible, really. If he is going to stick on that north side of the map, there are a couple of buildings there that are going to cause problems. This does give him the ability to deal with that. He's also trading one of his Grenadiers into the Pioneer squad to give them a bit more durability and lasting effect on the field. Second time we've seen this from Wehrmacht today. Double MG42. And purely for map control, pretty sensible. Reakly's just going in, constantly transferring men into the Pioneer squad to keep them alive, but they are low health, which basically means that the trade-off here isn't good.
HQ shall be receiving medics to heal our wounded.
Jeep's just going to come in and pick off a few people. When you know your opponent's doing this and there's a low health squad they're feeding Grenadiers into, you just get as many hits as you can on that squad. You will absolutely reap the manpower advantage benefits over your opponent.
Upgrade complete.
You do see a doctrine choice from Reakly here. He's gone for the breakthrough battle group. First time that we've seen this in any of our casts today. Most people have been going for armored with the Panther.
The enemy has claimed our territory for their own.
I'm not seeing any utilization of the Assault Grenadiers upgrade. Probably just due to the style of map that it is. Oh, there we go. He has gone for it.
Do you want us to look like fucking targets?
They are securing our capture point. Victory point is under enemy control.
Look at that map control from Momo. He's not taking the map bit by bit. He's taking it all at once. These two buildings here, I think, are going to prove really problematic for Reakly. Of course, units now, another great addition to Code 3. They just sit on the roof.
Sector lost. No contact.
It means that all of them can fire. They don't have to worry about windows. They just got great access to fire down onto the MG42. They can have great vision as well from this. They've got quite a good vision range to the VP.
One of our munitions points is being neutralized.
You just see here on the other side, these grenadiers trying to do as much resource damage as possible.
Greyhound is deploying.
My crew is ready.
It's a smart move. Just tries to draw the attention and the focus away from the north side of the map. Scout car for Reakly. Sensible choice actually. The scout car with the anti-tank upgrade can be pretty potent against both Jeep and Greyhound. So if he does decide to go for that as an upgrade, should be pretty beneficial to him. But I think right now, Momo in a really good position. Reakly, I think, currently with the Greyhound on the field, he's not going to be able to spread his forces out as much as he has been doing. He's going to need to lock down an area and defend it well. And I think he's got a good opportunity to do that at the moment, because he has drawn some of the forces from Momo down to the south. This is a really good time for him to go and get set up at the top. There's the anti-tank upgrade for the scout car. I think Reakly is going to dive on top of this. Momo perhaps isn't able to get out of there in time. This is a really, really good, advantageous engagement for Reakly. I think scout car was already revealed. Momo probably should have seen that coming. Just took his eye off the ball a little bit. Good play from Reakly though.
MG42 and crew ready. Capture complete. Give us orders.
Enemy infantry! Keep them back!
A capture point is being overrun.
So look what's going on in this base right now.
Give us our orders.
Scout car really needs to heal. Be a bit worried if it's going to go back into any engagements without healing. So much work needs to be done right now on the north side of the map. Because one thing you don't want to be giving away is both these points in the north and the south that are plus 10 fuel. For a US to have that, they're absolutely going to steamroll you with vehicles if you leave that for too long.
We have lost the sector.
And check out Momo's fuel right now. He's actually spent it, so he's already at motor pool at the moment. Just teched up to bars. And right now at the moment going for munitions surplus, which reduces the recharge time of infantry abilities by 25 and the munitions cost of core infantry upgrades by 50%. So he's getting that in time for his bar upgrades so that he can just flood the map with bar infantry.
So much for peace and quiet.
It's yeah, it's a pretty strong build from Momo. Just absolutely shredding those assault grenadiers. Reakly, sorry, gets a wipe on one of the bar squads on retreat there. It looks like Reakly's going to get one of his squads away, so actually trade goes in favor of Reakly. Momo perhaps showing a few signs of weakness here. He's diving a lot, taking a lot of engagements on at once, and hasn't actually come out on top in either of the two big ones that we've seen so far. thing Momo has done really well here is he's managed to get the decap on this supply point, the manpower point, so actually a lot of resources still not going through to Reakly. Perhaps just giving Momo the edge for a little bit longer. He has lost the bulk of his own fuel income though. Reakly now on plus 23.
We are down to 250 points.
Captain there, just calling in some artillery.
Victory point.
And I have to say, for a grudge match, you can really tell that both of these players are gunning for each other. They're hyper aggressive with each other. Sometimes not even fully backing out of engagements, which most of us probably would be sensible enough to retreat from. But 12 minutes roughly into the game, and Reakly is down over half of his victory points, so Momo's got a great working platform for game one. Reakly has to prioritize now on getting on top of VPs, getting his defenses in order. We just check out army size on the top right. Pretty even for both players.
Repeat, 250.
MG42, they're ready. Victory point lost.
I'm really looking at Momo right now and thinking probably going to want to start the tech soon, but because of all these upgrades he's gone for with the infantry, he may now actually be behind on fuel tech. It's just great play. Reakly's just got these two MG42s working really, really hard. And Momo's going to have to retreat from all of that. The scout squad didn't retreat from that engagement, so MG42 picks them off. Momo's got to be fuming right now. He's also got a really long retreat with this rifleman squad. Potentially, if Reakly can get his positioning right through two squads of MG42s, I think he's missed an opportunity there to pick that up. Momo is trying to capitalize on VP advantage, just making sure he's always got the VPs ticking down for his opponent. And that in itself is hugely important because it just puts so much pressure on the other person to prioritize VPs even when they don't want to.
Reports of enemy movement near our victory point. We have a mortar team ready for orders.
Mortar team's just come out from Momo. It's an interesting one. He must be looking to get the Flak 30. I imagine he's targeting that right now. Actually, no. He's targeting on the MG42. And then the Flak 30. Actually, you can see there, just that slight movement by the Flak 30 is just fantastic. It allows him to pick up the Jeep, which Momo just sent in to try and cap the VP. I'm sensing a little bit of desperation from Momo here because he is throwing a lot of squads into situations where he should have probably put some recon up first. As I say, he has nearly 500 VPs to play with, so any player with that much in their bank really can you know, spend the time needed to build up an army again and get back on foot with the enemy.
Capture point under attack.
Ready for deployment, sir.
Let's look how many of the bars are upgraded. Yeah. All of them are. It's actually 30 for the upgrade now instead of 60, so
Germans are down to 200 points. Keep it.
Riflemen are actually very good for the cost. Mines being planted down here, just forcing away a Jaeger squad. Again, so crucial that Momo keeps on top of all those VPs.
Don't get distracted.
We have command point. Territory point is no longer under our control.
Grenade!
Here come the grenades again. Momo got to be so careful with these grenades.
Enemy
It's
movement.
actually done very well and responded to all of them. I think, you know, guessed correctly every single time.
Anti-tank team on the field.
57 mil on the field.
Enemy forces are converging on a fuel point.
AT gun. Momo's now expecting that his opponent's going to have tanks on the field quicker than he is. Momo's actually on 68 fuel currently.
We are down to 200 points.
Reakly is on 97, and he does have the Panzer Company, so we are looking at potentially Panzer IV in the next few seconds. Immediately selected, and I have to say I love watching players do that because you know that their resource efficiency spend is really high in these games. Anytime for the top players, you know that they're waiting and saving for those big units and basically hovering over the button, the hotkey.
The adversary is trying to take one of our points. Panzer IV reporting in. A machine gun has been
Oh,
destroyed.
it's a massive steal from Momo there, getting an MG42. Could lose another rifleman squad though in the north. He's a bit lucky to get away with that.
Sector lost.
We have raced the
Our opponent has fallen to 200 points.
Cover him!
Damn it! Territory claimed by the enemy. Defend our victory point. We're losing it.
I got it. For someone with 143 VPs in a game like this, to be running past it to deny fuel, I think that tells you a lot. He's desperate to stop Momo. When he gets to his 7 CPs and he gets that easy 8 call, and I tell you,
We've lost the territory.
Reakly knows what's coming. And it really, really shows you how much he's afraid of that when he just passes the VP like that without a care. This is all about making sure that he has more vehicles on the field,
Territory from us.
better vehicles on the field.
Our victory point is under attack. We
Reakly
must
does
act.
have the 221 scout car with the anti-tank upgrade. That's definitely going to be helpful against the Easy 8. It's a pretty mobile solution. Potentially even able to draw the Easy 8 kind of back behind the front line territory
Now under
and
enemy control.
blast it with some Panzer Shreks. But I don't think we have a fixed AT gun
200
from...
points remain.
No,
We are
it's
losing
the
our
Flak
path.
30. So aside from the Panzer IV, Panzer Shrek and the 221,
You have 5 command points available
not
to you.
loads in the way of AT.
The enemy has taken a victory point.
Fuck! I'm in!
Move!
Probably not worth throwing those grenades,
Victory point is under enemy control.
to be honest.
Granata! Enemy infantry! They've opened fire! Fuck! He's down! Mortar rounds!
This is dangerous. Reakly's got to get out of there. There's no sense being in that engagement whatsoever. That squad's going to be absolutely vital to regaining territory, or even rather holding territory against Momo's horde of riflemen.
A victory point.
Easy 8 is now on the field. Nah, that truck can't be repaired. Just crush it. Alright, Easy 8 now revealed itself. Let's see the response to this. This is going to be quite interesting. So 4 is going to be able to take the brunt of hits. We'll Probably looking for the 2-2-1 now to come up behind that Panzer IV and just provide long-range shots against the Easy 8.
Enemy Panzer! Heads down!
Territory lost.
Positioning is absolutely crucial here, and whilst all this is going on, Momo is pushing through the center, just trying to spearhead his opponent. This is great positioning though with the Pioneers. There's no safe place for those riflemen. But now they've got a distance advantage to the flame projector.
Security around the HQ. We are down to 100 points.
100 VPs just called out.
Sector now under enemy control.
And despite the number of VPs right now, it definitely looks to be in Momo's favor, but still anyone's game really, depending on how kind of the big engagement that we always see at this stage of Company of Heroes goes.
Empty fire! Below profile!
We are
A
losing
great
control
grenade.
of a sector. We have lost control of the victory point.
Oh! Hang on, I did not see this before, the Vet 3 Kettenkrad.
We have 75 points remaining.
Now given that that has a boost to sight range, that's actually a really important unit now for Reakly. Let's have a quick look up in the north here. Reakly's just desperate now for those VPs. He knows the kind of pressure that he's under. This is a great grenade though from Momo. Huge misplay by Reakly to get both units in the same area there.
What do you want?
We are losing possession of a capture point.
Momo is trying to flank. Reakly's been putting a lot of mines down behind his own lines. Just super sensible really, knowing that this is going to happen at some point. Thought we were just seeing a grenade there thrown at the Panzer IV, but the animation stopped.
2 centimeter flak gun is silent. True death.
Look at that. Look at that. It's beautiful.
Enemy forces have claimed our territory.
I need a loader!
Momo's got a great vantage position here. Actually, if MG was slightly further back, he would be getting the height bonus applied. But right now, with vision from the hordes of riflemen, Easy 8 and AT gun easily able to keep pushing this Panzer IV away. Not sure that these guys were meant to get on that tank. It was a misclick.
Flak, bring set up here. Shoot the hammer! We might get lucky!
14 VPs. I don't think, to be honest, that this game is winnable for Reakly at this point. It takes longer to get to the VPs and capture them, so we're going to call this game as GG Game 1 going to momo4sho. And an excellent game played by both sides, but Momo's VP control far better than Reakly's. GG.
Defeated. Fall back.